Welcome again to my channel Organic and Hydroponic Urban Grow Pro. Friends, today in this video we are going to talk about grafted tomato plants. If you are interested in knowing what are grafted plants and what are the major benefits of doing grafting on the vegetable plants, then you can visit my video which I put couple of days back and know all the detail about grafted plant, how they are being made and what are the advantages of doing the grafted plant. But today in this video we will be focusing on the tomato plant only. Now the first question arises, why to graft the tomato plant? Friends, as we know, when we sow the tomato, even if the hybrid tomato, the tomato will take 25 to 30 days for the nursery. Once we transplant it, it will take another 60 days to 75 days for establishment of the plant and then start the fruiting. It will continue fruiting for another 2 months. So in a cycle of 5 months, it will give us the production. Now when we do the grafted plant, then grafted plant have the potential to give us the production up to the 2 years with the single planting. So that is the first advantage. Second thing, the tomato plants are very delicate. Now its root system is not strong enough, and with the heavy watering of the monsoon, many times it will got destroyed and will lose all the crop. Instead of that, if we graft this plant on a rootstock which can bear more water or the logging of the water, then in that condition also our plant will survive. So against the conventional method of the growing tomato on its own root, our plant will survive into the heavy rain condition also, and it will flourish and give fruit into the off season also. The third thing, the tomato plant gets the disease, viral disease, and it gets yellowing and stagnant its growth. With this, our plant is no more productive and will lose all the crop. Instead of that, when we graft it, even after infection of the virus cannot penetrate the joining layer of the graft. So that is how our plant will remain safe from the virus. Remaining plant will survive and still give us the production. So this advantage will allow us to grow our plant for the more time, healthy, and give us the good production. The another advantage in the production of the tomato plant is when our tomato plant grows only for the 5 months, it will give us 3 to 4 kg tomato per plant. Instead of that, when we graft it and run it for the longer period, sometimes it gives us around 25 to 30 kg of the tomato per single plant. And that makes us to get the more output from the smaller area. So it is very useful and important for the growers who has a limited space, and then they can grow like this plant and get the good production. So these are the major benefit of this tomato plant. Now here are the tomato plants, and if I show you this plant, then you can see that these plants are now grown well. They have connected well, and you can see that already flowering is there. So these are all our tomato grafted plant. Now we'll talk about the sowing method. Now before sowing, we must prepare the soil well with the well nourished. So here we have prepared all the grow bags with a good nourishment of the organic manure. If you are interested in knowing how to prepare the grow bag, then I have this video a month back on the preparing your garden soil or the maintaining your soil productive. So you can go there and prepare the bags like this. Now for the sowing, what we have done, prepare these bags and water it thoroughly so that the soil is in the good moisture condition before the sowing. Now we are going to talk about the little care we need to take while the planting. For that, I will take the plant and I will show you what type of care we should take before planting. Now here I am taking one plant out and show you how the plant is and what care we should take. So now here you can see this is the plant and this is the root ball. You can see the very vigorous growth of the root. Now this plant has already about the flowering, but we don't want this flowering on this stage. So we will simply remove this flowering bud so that plant will focus its energy into growing new shoots. Also, you can see over here is the graft joint And here you can see the sprouting from the rootstock plant. So we must remove this sprouting also. Otherwise, the rootstock plant will grow vigorously and our main plant will not grow well. So these two actions we are taking before planting. Now about the planting, it is very easy. We simply need to dig a hole equivalent to this root ball like this. The hole should not be bigger than the root ball, neither the smaller. Then we should put this plant upside and cover it with the soil from all the sides. Then first we need to press the soil from the side. This is how all roots will get into contact with the grow bag media, and then we can cover the remaining of the soil and cover it. Now we can put little water around this so that ensuring all the root will get well contact into the new soil. After this we need to support this plant. Otherwise the tomato will start protruding from this stem. So what we'll do, after this we'll put a stick and support this. And this is simply, we need to sow all our plants into these bags. So now friends, we are not only going to plant all these plants into this urban net house, into the grow bag, but we are also going to plant them into the organic net house, into the soil directly, as well as we are going to plant them into the hydroponic system, just to see what type of response these plants are giving with the different media and different system. And we can note down the output from this different system. So friends, this is how we are going to sow all our plants into these grow bags. Now these grow bags, we have put it into this urban net house, and we are going to plant around 12 plants into this. But we are not restricting ourselves to plant this into this only urban net house. We are also going to plant the same plants into the organic net house, where we are going to sow it into the soil directly, and we are also going to put some of the plants into our hydroponic net house, into the media. And this is what we are doing specifically to compare how the plant behaves into different media, and later on see which media or which system is best suited for this type of plant. So friends, this is all about the grafted tomato plant and its sowing. So how do you like the concept of planting grafted plant into your urban garden or a home garden and take the maximum advantage of the production into the small area without any disease problem? Please write me back into the comment box. And if you like this idea and concept, please give me the thumb on the video. You can also share it with your friends. And if you are planning to grow tomato this season, then I will advise you, make arrangement of the grafted plant or prepare your grafted plant, and also prepare the soil very well and take advantage of this plant with the maximum yield from the small area. These plants can go up to 25 to 30 kg into the small area. So 2 or 3 plants or 4 plants is good enough for your home consumption. So prepare for it and grow very healthy tomato in your home garden. Happy growing!